Alright, let's start getting this thing popping. What is up, Jake of all trades? Oh, yeah. So, looking at Bitcoin today, I have my concerns. I legitimately have some concerns. We have a brand new month. Actually, let's take a minute to check out this monthly candle. This monthly candle, epic month. Great month. For the month, we were up 14%. What a beautiful month. Great month. I do have some concerns, though. I have some concerns. I think maybe the markets hold up till the end of the week. Maybe. But getting a nice little pullback would be very welcomed. Getting a nice little retracement. I'm not talking like bearish move. I'm talking about a nice little retracement. What the hell is this? Hold the... What? Okay, sure. Anyways, monthly candle close, great, awesome, love to see it. Let's check out our weekly real quick. So maybe they hold it up till the end of the week, but weekly's looking pretty good. We had a very nice move to the upside. We are above monthly level of resistance at 93,725. This is great. Overnight, the market is on fire to the upside. Nvidia up 3%. That's great. That is awesome. But I have my concerns. Overnight, unless we're getting some random news, I know we got the minerals deal from Ukraine. I understand we got that. But unless there's expectations of the Fed lowering rates, I don't know, man. I got my concerns for in the morning. I have my concerns. Noted. I have my concerns also for one of my shorts because it's not doing well. Palantir is stupid. It's probably your next big to fail tech stock. Expect Mag 8 soon. It's funny because that's on the list today. We're going to be looking at Palantir because Grok told me to. But anyways, what am I talking about? Why would I be concerned? Well, it's because on your weekly time frame, you can see how high we've come up. We are bumping our head up against that 618 golden retrace to the upside. This is where I would be looking for a reversal anyways for Bitcoin. It's just, we have a brand new month. We had bad economic data. And outside of the mineral deal, the Fed, from my knowledge, because I didn't really get to look at too much news today, is still trying to sing the same song and dance. We're not gonna do anything because we don't care about data anymore. Which, I'm like, brother. Core PCE inflation went up and the GDP numbers contracted. The fuck, man. Obviously, making people poor isn't working. So hopefully Jerome Powell gets his head out of his ass and he does start cutting some rates and starts printing some money because we could outpace inflation through flooding the market with goods. It's pretty easy. People got mad at me for saying a red water slide is probably on the way when they least expect it. Yeah, and most people will get mad at that, Jim. Most people will get mad at that. But what I'm looking at here for Bitcoin is the fact that we are playing around very high in this bullish control zone on the daily. We have all but stalled out ever since the 23rd. It has been a week, and we have not been able to get past this level. So this is what has me a bit concerned about price action, and it's been really, really choppy. I mean, like, really, it's crazy how choppy this is. But going into our 4-hour... Our 4-hour, basically, we put in our high right here on relative strength. We put in a mildly higher high, and the strength, it's literally just falling off of a cliff. So maybe it's resetting and it's ready to run again, but how bad is this bearish divergence going to look? This is where I start yelling out market manipulation, because I think they're just trying to manipulate the markets to look better than they are. And if they do that, they're trying to bait in a bunch of retail investors to dump on their heads, which I guess on the plus side, retail's kind of non-existent, so there's that. But yeah, our relative strength trend line is far too high for our price action. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, this right here is what has me concerned. The fact that it's like, oh, we're resetting while going sideways and trending up. Are we? Are we? Maybe. I don't know. I have my concerns, and I'm trading accordingly. I'm not telling anyone else to do the same. Ram Digital, thank you so much for the follow over there on Twitch. Hopefully you're having a great evening. I look forward to hearing from you as soon as you are allowed. You've had the red water slide for 3 months. Can understand if people are upset. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Could definitely understand. We had Black Swan events, but now the swan is orange. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We did not have a Black Swan. If we had if we had a swan, we'd be in the abyss across the board. That's an apocalyptic signal. Well, the signal that we got from economic data today was stagflation. And stagflation is probably one of the scariest things that Wall Street could ever hear. But to see prices going up is confusing. It's very, very confusing for me. Because as soon as I hear stagflation, I'm like, oh shit. Is the Fed going to do anything? What forward guidance do we have? The forward guidance we have right now is the Fed saying, we're not going to give forward guidance. We're going to play it by ear. And we're not data dependent. So kick rocks, market. It's like, damn, bro, that's kind of harsh. But right now, I see an acceleration to the downside. Yeah, the bearish divergence starting from here to here. Now we're putting in lower highs. It has me concerned. It has me concerned that the 50% retrace is coming. Now, I don't know which 50% retrace will do. That's another thing that's concerning. Because right now, Bitcoin on a 50% retrace from its last rally, maybe we come back down to 89,900. Maybe. But, on the flip side, what if we did a 50% retrace from the entire rally? All the way down here. Well, then we could come down to 85,241. Which I'm okay with, but like this, let's buy in aftermarket hours just cuz. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. They either dump on us or they know ahead of time and we go up. Either way is annoying to play. That's fair. Annoying to play is true. And I'm seeing conflicting indicators on lower time frames compared to the higher time frames. Higher time frames, it looks fine. It's like, oh yeah, a pullback should be coming. Maybe it comes this weekend. Maybe it comes on Monday. Who knows? But we are in a brand new month. So with new months comes new price action. Period. Dot. New price action is here. Looking at our 1 hour time frame for tonight, you have a high stochastic. You are about to go to overhead resistance. We're probably going to stay range bound. I'm saying probably because noted, it also looks like a liquidity grab could be coming. You'll know what I mean when I look at the liquidation heat map. You'll get a very good understanding. But looking at this, it's kind of like we're getting up on the 15-minute close to that overbought territory. We have a high stochastic, and we're making a lower high again. So we've been making consecutive lower highs, even though it's so damn subtle, no one would pay attention to it. But they are lower highs. So there's that. But noted, we could also just trade sideways all the way out until May 4th, and then just start flying, because we have the force behind us. Who fucking knows? But, yeah, either way, this consolidation, I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. Get some movement. Stop being so choppy. Just get a direction. That's all I care about. Get a direction. Now, looking at our liquidation heat map here on the daily for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is about to start tapping into 77 million, 55 million, 39 million, so on and so forth. But the large block is up here. Almost no longs are here. Just the longs have taken a break. They're like, nah, we're good. We're going to see what happens. And then looking at the weekly time frame, they took out a bunch of longs already. And now it looks like they're going for the shorts. Holy shit. Okay, there's a ton in shorts. There's so much in short. 369 million? Oh my goodness. There's a huge block of shorts sitting right there. So maybe we short squeeze up. Who knows? This is becoming weird. Powell announces the Fed is waiting on more data. Markets burn. That's fair. More money. What's up? How you doing? No forward guidance would be Incredible. Well, he said that already before. Like he is stuck on this. We are not giving forward guidance, and I'm like, oh, wonderful. Oh, by the way, guys, fun thing happened, which I believe if the market continues going up tonight, I will lose it. But for now, I have the crown. I have a crown. We got the crown back, baby. It's not there, but it's right there. Look at that. High yields, baby. We got a crown back. I'm going to lose it, though. If this market keeps going up, it's going to be a real problem. But but for now, we have a crown. Anyways, bullish case scenario for this. It's hard to even say it, but I mean, if the market decides to rally off this for Bitcoin, we never even hit the 618. Oh my god. Never even hit the 618. That's annoying. But we could see anywhere between 98,000, 101,000, or even $102,000 for Bitcoin. I am just not convinced they're going to send this thing to the moon right now. I'm very unconvinced. So I am shorting the market right now in anticipation of a weird pullback that most people probably aren't looking at. An actual human and not a bot. Well deserved. Well, thank you. Thank you for the congrats. Seriously. It's tough to have the crown for long periods of time, but you know what? I'm trying. I am freaking trying out here. And 3 consecutive decent trades in a row really helps. Weeks, on the other hand, is full of ridiculous yield bots. That's fair. That is fair. Alright, so that's Bitcoin in its entirety. I personally would not be surprised in the least if Bitcoin took a nice little pullback, nice little bullish pullback of 10%. This would still be super bullish because it would be a higher low. It would reset our relative strength on the daily, and then we could focus on the much more important move on hand, which would be this move up to $147,000. But you know what? We need a little bit of chips and Gatorade if we're going to go on this road trip. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Drinking some beer. Hopefully you guys aren't mad at me for calling for a bullish pullback. Hopefully you're not mad. Can't wait for Palantir is going to be flashbacks of 99. That's funny. 99, guess what? I was all of 9 years old. I was 9 years old back in 99. Fun fact, I'm a child. It's great. I'm the oldest child. But anyways, we do have a list for you today, so if you hear the crypto you want to see and or stock, I got you covered. So we are going to be looking at Ethereum, XRP, Sol, ADA, HBAR, Aave, Ape, FET, Render, Virtual, and Bonk on the crypto side. On the stock side, we're going to be looking at Nvidia, Tesla, Palantir, WDC, it's some type of digital thing, and Amazon and Microsoft. So those are what we're going to be doing. Hopefully you guys are okay with the list. As soon as I'm done with that list, we will be taking all requests. And let's get these gains, baby. Need a higher low at some point. That's true, Rich. That is absolutely true. But a lot of people hate hearing a higher low is needed. They're like, why don't we just go up forever? Not how markets work. Anyways, in 99 and 2000, it felt like everything was going up forever. Learned the hard way. That's when markets burn hard. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's scary. That's a scary thought. All right, let's check out Ethereum next. So Ethereum, still broken out. Ethereum looks 1,000 times better on the daily than Bitcoin does. 1,000 times better on the daily than Bitcoin. You have recently broken out. You are sitting in neutral territory. Your stochastic looks like a hot doo-doo on a summer day. But that relative strength looks great. You are getting a sell signal on Cypher B, so that's unfortunate. Maybe we see a pullback because if Bitcoin pulls back, it's dragging the market. It is dragging the market. So be careful of that. Anyways, right now, I don't see much wrong with Ethereum on the daily time frame. Let's check out your 4-hour. Now your 4-hour, it's doing this weird sideways thing, but at least you're uptrending and not putting in lower highs. So this is making it to where I think this can still rally. So I'm still on the side of maybe you see an 8% move out of Ethereum. It is a possibility. But remember, if Bitcoin pulls back, guess what? You're probably pulling back down to this level down here at 1658. At least Ethereum RSI trendline isn't grinding its head against overbought line. That's very true. At least it's not doing that. In overnight markets, Palantir is currently at 122. That's insane. That is insane. All right, so that's Ethereum right now. Let's go ahead and check out XRP. So XRP, I'm going to take a little victory lap here because the other day I mentioned, hey, it looks set up for a nice little 4% drop. Well, we exceeded that, so yay me. Anyways, we had the same thing. Bearish divergence on the 4 hour followed by a lower low. This is not good. If you get a lower high, well, 58 cents. 58 cents. Call it 58 cents. We're sticking to it, baby. 58 cents is still alive. All right. Yeah, you can see a little bit more of a pullback. And from your low to high, that could bring you back down here at $1.98. The only problem with $1.98, you're then below major resistance at 209. Which then leads me into, you've only made lower highs. You've consistently made lower highs this entire time. So yeah. How does copy trade work? And is it spot or futures trade? It is futures. And you need to have an account on Buy DeFi. You need to load money into your copy trading account. And then you would have to find my name and image, and then you could copy trade off of that when you decide to link your copy trading account to my account or anybody else that you want inside of copy trading. So you would just basically click on my name here, and then you would go to copy right there. That's how you do it. But we're currently in the lead, baby. Alrighty, so next up we have Solana. Well, also another thing that we do need to focus in on, considering we constantly put in lower highs, it's a little bit of a problem because we also put in hidden bearish divergence right here, which it's like, oh no, this is a current downtrend. Where could this thing ever go? Well, it's going to be a lot harder for Ripple to take USDC if your price is down at $1. Just one step closer to 58 cents, baby. One step closer. Let's go. Noted it could rally, so there's that. But don't ruin my fun, okay? You're still looking for 245. Still looking for 245. But if Bitcoin pulls back 10%, good luck to all the alts. Good freaking luck. I don't think it's going to pan out well. I really don't. Next up, we have Solana. So Solana is doing its best not to suck, but look at this beautiful downtrend we're in after putting in some bearish divergence. Who would have thought that could happen? So I'll receive a notification from you when you're in a trade or on control all the funds. Yeah, I think you get notified every single time I enter a trade. Yes. Noted. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. Only put in there what you're willing to lose. Hello, friends. How are we looking? HQZ. I got those bear tendencies, those simple bear necessity. No, I'm just kidding. I think there's going to be a little bit of a pullback. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think we might actually get a pullback now that we're in a brand new month. I think a pullback could be coming. I'm just noticing how the price is reacting to bearish divergence on the 4 hour, and it's not looking fantastic with these lower highs. I can see Solana coming down like 15%, maybe 19% or 20%, I should say. But if you manage to hold 135 as support, 175 is your target. Definitely think that. Monthly charts, while rare in crypto are so nice when coins have them, that's true. That's very true. It is very nice when you see them. Don't say it. You said it. Yeah, I said it. By the way, I was considering making merch. I was thinking of getting like a shirt or a hat that said like, your stop loss is my profit taking level. I don't know, I thought it would be funny. I just gave XRP a pump last week. Oh boy. Steve, 1 week in crypto is like 3 years. That's so true. Oh, traditional markets, wow. They move slow. They move really slow. Yeah. I saw this funny subreddit the other day where some stock trader was like, "Wow, this market's crazy. I'm starting to get used to these these huge 3% swings." I was like, "Huge? What?" USDT dominance and total 3 market cap. Alrighty. Do we actually have to look at total 3 anymore? Or can we just look at total 2 now that Ethereum decided to dethrone itself by becoming proof of stake? Wondering. That depends. Some coins move slower than stocks. Okay, yeah, that's fair. But those coins you don't want to be in anyways. By the way, guys, huge shout out to Damien. He was live earlier. All of you should definitely go check out his channel for 2 reasons. Number 1 reason, great TA. Number 2 reason, get this man to 1,000 subs. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Come on, guys. He needs the 1,000 subs. Let's get this man monetized. Let's get him monetized, baby. Gotta spread the love here. Gotta spread the love. So, guys, go check him out. Sub, talk to him, hang out, see what he's got. Challenge him in his TA. Great guy. Alright, guys. Moving on from here, let's go ahead and check out ADA real quick. So ADA, showing the exact same thing as the rest of the market. We peaked right here on relative strength. We then made a higher high, and ever since then, lower highs. And now it's like we're starting to try and break down from this uptrend. I can see ADA coming down about 8.7, maybe 12%. I just don't know if it'll do it before the weekend or not. I don't know. No, if we get jobs data that comes out stronger than we think, I think markets are going to tank. I think they're going to go down real bad. But if we get really bad jobs numbers, I think the markets are going to go up. Because it's almost forcing the Fed to cut rates. So, I mean, it's like, if I'm going long at that point, let's go jobs report. Send these markets up. If I'm going short at the time, don't fuck it up, jobs report. Don't do it. Yeah, that's my bias. So is he dead? Did I miss some news? No, you didn't miss any news. It's just the fact that ever since it became proof of stake and it got a spot ETF, it's just kind of been getting dumped on because all the whales are like, ooh, free money. So yeah, there. And then we don't have enough meme coins on the Ethereum network because everybody's so bad on PTSD when it comes to their gas fees that it's like, nah, we'll play around with base network instead. Either isn't dead, just suppressed. Ben Cohen wants it to go to 400. 400. Do you mean 400K? Bernard, what's up? It's so aggravating to watch assets trade sideways for days, at least for these pullback charts moving. Yeah, at least in a pullback, the chart is moving. I fully agree with you. I fully agree. Or it would be nice to buy in. I mean, I think 400 on Ethereum would be very fair. Very fair. The only problem is you have people buying Ethereum now because all over X, oh my god, the whales know something. They know what free money is. That's what they know. Because they're staking it and selling it. They're selling their staking rewards. Non-stop. They're like, we don't even have to manipulate the market anymore. This is great. If ETH went below its bear market lows, I'd begin to get worried. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, PFE crushes earnings with profits. of 92 cents was a beat of 26 cents. The CEO said the tariffs didn't hurt earnings. To raise the outlook, shares could rally back $27, $28 with rumors not true. I don't even know where to start with that, Michael. You know I read chat. So what? Kind of came out of left field with that one. I don't know what PFE is. All right. Anyways, yeah, I'm still looking for pullbacks today. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But crypto space, I think it's almost time. However, Ethereum looks good, so maybe the alts keep running and Bitcoin has a little pullback. I don't know. Checking out HBAR next. So same thing, HBAR. You put in your bearish div, I believe. Hold on. Did I get this wrong? No, yeah. Bearish div right there on the 4 hour, and you've been making lower highs. I can see this thing going down to support, maybe even coming down 11% to the 50% retrace, or even getting that 618, getting down there 16%. Pfizer is a long play, been in the abyss since COVID. Hype left, it's stated in the abyss. Okay, all right. I'm just looking at Filecoin and Arweave. I just need to land 500 on 20x, a lot of money. I just keep buying the 1 hour RSI low. Interesting. It's why I hate bio stocks. You basically wait for a breakthrough or some engineering virus. Oh boy, that sounds terrible. Sounds absolutely terrible. But yeah, so you did have this beautiful uptrend. We have fallen out of the uptrend. Could we go back up to overhead resistance? Of course we could. Of course. But I would be looking at that point as, hey, another lower high? Fantastic. Send it. Nice bullish retrace would be welcomed in my eyes. Would be very welcomed. Now, the next one. I'm in this trade, and personally speaking, I believe they are coming out here for my stop loss, because this movement makes no sense to me. Chewy coming in here with 29 months. Damn. Thank you so much for the resub, Chewy. How are you doing today? Welcome in. All right, so here we have the illustrious Aave. So Aave here made a lower low. You cleared all of these lows, and now you're getting like a V-shaped recovery. This movement, hardly any sense to me. You had your bearish divergence, you made your lower highs, and now you broke out of it. So now I guess we're looking for a 618 retracement or something. You hit the 50%, you're pushing up above it. Making no sense. What's going on with the Maneki? It got pumped twice in 2 weeks, then rugged both times. That's how meme coins work, Steve. That's just how they work. But we can check out the coin for you if you want. Maneki. VCs playing with low cap memes. Yeah, that's usually what happens. So looking at Aave on the 1 hour, the whole reason I got into this thing was because, oh, we fell below the 200, we bearishly backtested, and then new month started. Let's just push higher. Oh fucking K. Sure. Why the hell not? But now, if I lower this from the high and bring it down to this recent price action here, right around where that stop loss is, looks like we're about to hit that 886. Appalachia Finance had some pump and dumps, really. So now it looks like we are hitting that 886 more than likely, but we have a very high stochastic on the 1 hour. I think it needs to reset. We go into the 15-minute time frame, and we are tapping on overbought territory, but this thing doesn't want to go down. I just completely baffled with this thing's price action right now. Like, how are you going to clear all of these lows, literally all of them, a level you were utilizing as major support down here at 161, and you're like, hot butter twice. Like, okay. So this one's catching me off guard. If it continues up and it breaks that 886, well, I'm going to take the L tonight. Just, it is what it is. Once again, not 100% on the trades, but I try my best. Anyways, on Aave, I am currently down, like 30, what is this? 33% on a 15x short. We'll see if they come after that 886 or not, but I'm thinking we're going to see 11% downside based off of this price action right here. And noted, we already have hidden bearish divergence as well, because you can see from back here to here, much higher relative strength, and you do have a lower price. So, that's how it is. How you like PFE move up, and earnings of 92 cents was a 26% beat. I don't know. I will have to check it. I didn't even listen to earnings or anything, but we can check out PFE. Michael, once we get there, we'll check out some PFE. PFE. But if they beat on earnings, why wouldn't they move up? Sounds like that would make the most sense. Hoping BXSL misses earnings. I'd like to lower average to get more shares. Gotcha. Thanks, Jim. Glad to like the stream. Nice. PFE is Pfizer. Oh, got it. Didn't realize that. My portfolio will suffer. I'll wipe my tears in dividends. That's pretty funny. Cliff, Jim, you think we'll see stock market downside in May? Stock market downside in May? Isn't that the saying? Pisses on our hands? Yeah, that's pretty funny. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a major pullback out of this one. And the reason I'm looking at that particular 11% is because of this move right here, based off this high, coming down to your 1618. So that's what I'm looking at. Who knows? Maybe you guys can profit from it as well, if it happens. Or you can counter trade me, that works too. Anyways, moving on from Aave, we have Ape. So I'm also in a short on Ape. Ape coin, it was doing some TA gymnastics earlier, and it looks like I got the right one. So we had this nice little uptrend here, and then we broke down from it, used it as resistance that whole time. We started to fall, then we popped up. So I used this as resistance. That's fine. All I want is a 9% downside. No big deal. Currently on the 15x short, we're up 15.53%. So we are doing things here with ApeCoin. But you know what? Aave needs to play some ball. It's for my stats, man. For my stats. Anyways. Old rumor is sell in May and go away. Yep, that is the old rumor. Previous cycles have gone up mid-year. Yeah. But previous cycles weren't this cycle. Alright, checking out FET next. FET hit resistance a couple times. I think FET's due for a pullback now, which is nice to see because this thing went nuts. Went absolutely nuts. So you can see you put in bearish divergence starting down here. Put in lots of bearish divergence. You hit it once, twice, third time, and now you're selling off. So I do believe this one is due for a nice little pullback. You could come as low as 57 cents. So I would be looking for this thing to go down 26%. I was looking at it earlier when it was at resistance. So yeah, I didn't post it because I'm dumb. Anyways. Moving on from that, Lyft reports next week in May 08, but I think the company dips after the report, then bounce. Interesting. Not just crypto either. Wall Street loves to flip that summer narrative from time to time. That's true, yeah. This could just be a poopy-doopy year, not complaining. As long as there's price action, I don't care. But, like, when you're blatantly manipulating markets, that pisses me off. I don't like that. Because then it's like, oh, don't worry about the indicators. Just go off your feeling. I feel like it should go up. It probably will. Even though all the indicators saying it's going down. Nah, the feeling one. Stupid. I hate that. Anyways, FET right now, I could see a retracement. But if it does get bullish, I mean, 89 cents looking real good for your upside target. Checking out Render. Render's doing a good job of finding resistance, which is nice. The thing about Render, you technically don't have bearish divergence. So you could actually rally off this. This is kind of the weird part. Possible short-term short opportunity might be to short Frontier Airlines if the U.S. enforces Real ID to fly domestically, since half the country doesn't have one yet. Hold on, I thought that was in effect like 4 or 5 years ago. What happened to that? Maybe I'm just off, but Render has a lot of nice touches on the resistance. It really does, but it is consolidating up here, which makes me think you could actually rally out of here, which it's kind of scary to think about that. Didn't pump either. It did not pump either. So I could look at this as bullish consolidation, but a little risky considering I still think Bitcoin could poop on us. So I'm reluctant to say this, but maybe possibly we see Render go up anywhere between 510, 552. I would appreciate it a lot more back down here at like 355. Come back down to 355, give me that entry. Hey, I'm all aboard. Let's go. But this double bottom on the daily, it gives it an entire different look. What is that company that you are looking at? Michael, this is not a company. This is crypto. So I am almost done with the crypto side. We will be looking at stocks next. And then I'm taking all requests from all viewers right after that. Not quite a rounded bottom, but Render looks like it wants to leave the abyss. That's true. It does. It's the double bottom. That's what I'm looking at. Yo, what's up, Charles? How you doing? Real ID is introduced 20 years ago, but goes into effect May for the first time. First time? Okay, maybe California is different. I live in California. We had to get the Real ID literally a long time ago. Absolutely insane. But I didn't realize other states didn't have to do it. I really didn't realize that. Getting stock people, exciting times, Porky. It is exciting. I'm actually really excited for more stock people. Can I look at MSTX? CoinL, roughly how many requests before mine? Thank you. Not that many. I still have to finish the regular list though. So you got a hot minute here. Got a hot minute. But let's go ahead and check out MSTX. Real ID to fly domestically? Yeah, so in California, they basically were saying that 5 years ago. So everyone in California was getting a Real ID. It's absolutely obnoxious. And then when I found out, oh, a Real ID in Arizona will cover me at the bar, so I don't need 2 separate IDs, fine. I'll get it. Because there was nothing more annoying than going to the state next door and you need 2 forms of ID because I don't believe you're 21 to drink alcohol. You serious? Annoying. It's really annoying. But yeah, so Render, we could see a 21% move to the upside. This is more of a flip of a coin in my eyes, but you could see another 21% downside. So really, big time flip of a coin. If Bitcoin gets poopy doopy, this is not going to be great. All right, let's look at virtuals. Virtual is on a moon mission. The amount of bearish divergence is biblical at this point. Triple bearish divergence, working on quadruple bearish divergence. If you manage to break above this measured move that we had measured out here, I'm in shock. Like, this thing is just doing crypto shit. Because the move that this thing has just done is absolutely incredible. It has already gone up 295% in this week? Like, absolutely insane. So I would expect this thing to pull back sometime soon, but wait for that lower high. Thinking of tapping out now? You're thinking of tapping out? What are you tapping out for, Fast Trades? In states such as Kentucky, 3% of people have Real ID. That's great. That's a really low number. That's a really low number. Render and Dot $100 15x is real good money for the long. Keep buying that shit. That's funny. All right, last crypto I have for you guys is Bonk. Bonk. I'm looking for the pullback. Honestly, you have this beautiful uptrend. You're getting a bit overzealous. You have the bearish divergence on the 4-hour. I would like to see a 21% drop. Get closer to this trend line. That would make me happy. Maybe go back test some support. I don't really give a shit. Just come on down, buddy. Come on down. Good evening. Whiff, please. Decloser, I got you. I got you covered. I was asked last time I was at the DMV and I declined. Dang. See, you other states, you operate with way more freedom than our little communist California over here. That's wild. All right, now let's go ahead and check out Nvidia. So Nvidia here, I am starting to believe that the lows are in. After the 43% drop out of Nvidia, I do believe we're going to see a 96% rise out of this bad boy. We hit support once at 94.23, bounced right out of there. We hit it again, we held support, making the higher low. We broke out of our downtrend. I am thinking $217, give it some time. This might take you all the way out until November 24th to play out, but I'm thinking this thing's looking good. Tapping out of MSTX and Connell. Just want to see your opinion. Earnings this week seems like always drops. TA seems to me a top. Oh, gotcha. Currently 113 overnight. Well, shit, brother. Looking good. Well, Jim, we did look at this the other day. I was mentioning the exact same thing the other day. The nice thing about stocks, they're consistent. They're very consistent. It's not like somebody just took a dump and then decided, oh, let's just ruin this crypto market. Like, no, the stocks are very consistent. So I do think that Nvidia is getting ready to make a nice move up, which noted, it makes sense because we got a mineral deal from Ukraine that Nvidia would do well. Because to make the chips, you need minerals. So it makes sense. But anyways, 96% upside. Give it some time, but I think this is going to do it. Oh, also, I'm thinking of using Fidelity to start trading futures in the stock market. What do you guys think? What's the best platform? And I'm not using Robinhood. I'm just not going to. Anyways, next up we have Tesla. The AI bubble is still young. 2024 was explosive. Nvidia continues to print money on their earnings. Nice. All right, looking at Tesla. Hood is going to take over the world. Hood is trash. As soon as you have anything that's like, hey, we stopped you from being able to sell, kick rocks. Like, there's no way. No way. Anyways, looking at Tesla here, same idea. You put in a low, you basically double bottomed, and then you put in a mildly higher low. You have your strength just increasing, looking great. And now you have broken out of your downtrend. I'm looking for the 618, looking for Tesla to get back up to 385. That is still a 33% move to the upside. BTCC can trade stocks with crypto USDT. What? I didn't know that. GME, I was so pissed when they did that back in the day. Exactly. You can't do that. You can't mess with people's money and expect them to stick around. That just doesn't make any sense. I would think the mineral deal with Ukraine makes no sense if Russia keeps bombing them. Well, you gotta understand, Russia will stop bombing them as soon as they fuck with American money. Like that the power of capitalism will fall down on them. And we have already figured it out in the last 4 years. Oh, Russia, you're not really that much of a superpower, are you? Because we just held a proxy war against you and fucked your shit up. Imagine if we brought out our real weapons. It would be a problem. So I don't think Russia would really mess around with the US wanting some minerals. I don't think they're willing to do that. Robinhood is a joke. I prefer Fidelity since I don't really trade stocks short term anymore. You might like Tasty Traders or Think or Swim. Tasty is pretty nice. Really, I've never heard of that. So I might have to check that out. Anyways, Tesla in the near term, I could see it coming up to 385.69. And noted, it could take you all the way out until frickin' October 16th to play out for a 33% rise. That's a joke. That's so long. 33% October. Oh my god, that is crazy. Buying options is going to be like a test of mental fortitude. This is going to be awful. I'm used to, in crypto, today I'm going to get 15%. Like, this is going to be mind-blowing. I'm going to be trading with way more money in the stock market because there ain't no way I'm going to sit around for, what is this, 5 months and not make a grip of cash. That's unreal. That is unreal. So thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you. Give it 5 minutes so you can drop any requests that you have, and I will be looking at it. Anyways, next up we got Palantir. So Palantir, I did look at this the other day, which noted I didn't realize we looked at Palantir not too long ago, where I was like, oh, you could come down 26%. It beat it. It did really well to the. I mean, wow. But man, oh man, this thing looks insane. This actually looks insane. You're getting completely overbought right now, and I would be worried about that. By the way, can anybody tell me what Palantir does? Anyone? Everyone I ask, what does Palantir do? And they're like, they do the stuff and the things. Does nobody know what this company does? Unreal. Unbelievable, in my opinion. But if you look at your weekly time frame, this level of support has been like the greatest level of all time at $65.65, and you're just running off of it. So now I'm starting to think you're going to see a beautiful move to the upside. 149 to 178 is your target. This thing's going crazy. I think Russia could have rolled Ukraine, but if they really showed that's what they were trying to do, the EU would jump in, and Russia didn't want that. Yeah, probably could have, but I also think Russia wanted to maintain like the landscape, because overall they invade to occupy. They don't invade just to turn it to glass, which I think a lot of people fail to realize. Like, military effort is way different if you're like, oh, we just don't care about you. It's like, uh-oh. But, you know, they had minerals. They had Russians living there. That was their neighbors. Like, it's a big difference. The CEO has a history of grift. Huh? You don't say. So any pullback on Palantir, you buy in? Yeah, it looks like it. Wow. Wow. I mean, are we just not going to even talk about the massive bearish divergence that happened? You could possibly put in a lower high, but I just wouldn't trust that at all. You're already above the 886. That's crazy. Anyways, Palantir is the orb. It's the orb in Lord of the Rings that shows the future. I guess so. He got tired of stock trading in the abyss and started playing with the company's PE. The result is pretty funny. Reminds me of the 90s. That's great. Palantir creates electronic panopticon. I can't read. Sorry. Public school. To eventually imprison us all digitally. Interesting. Supposedly, we'll see. All right. Well, right now, right this moment, on your weekly time frame, it's basically saying you can still go up another 50%. I don't get it, but hey, your daily it's singing a different song. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If tomorrow Palantir starts to pull back, I would be looking for a beautiful 50% retrace, maybe even getting as low as like a 618. Coming down here anywhere between this 92.76 would be appreciated. Their acquisition of Anchor is weird. Doesn't make a lot of sense given its software company buying a drone company. Oh, so they're getting into what? Like defense stuff? It's kind of crazy. Who would have thought? Hey, my ape trade's going better than expected. Let's go. Aave's not looking terrible anymore. Is Bitcoin pulling back? I think so. This is good. I had to side-eye the acquisition because it happened shortly after the company did a 10x. That's kind of wild. Let's check out your 4-hour. Let's see what you're going to expect in the morning. Oh, you are expecting a pullback in the morning. Wait, what's it saying after hours? I don't have that data. But if you were to pull back, right now is the time. So you did hit that 886. Great time for you to pull back a little bit, and it would be nice to see this thing come down 19%. I just don't know that it will. Well, I say drone, but it's aviation. Well, yeah. What qualifies as aviation? It's in the sky. All right, next up we have Western Digital Corporation. Western Digital, surprisingly good day, up 7.9%. 4 hour, you're touching that overbought territory, and this thing is giving me some crypto vibes because that overbought territory while setting a lower high, that's a problem because that's hidden bearish divergence. So, man, that was the longest 5 minutes. What up, everyone? Jerome better turn on the money printer next week. I mean, hey, so who knows? Who knows? Because, you know, he's not data dependent anymore. He's not. But yeah, I just put the time limit in there because mainly during downtime, mostly I trade crypto. I'm now dipping my toes into the stock market space, and crypto people in downtime suck. They just leave. They're gone. They're non-existent. So then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? You can sweat it out for 5 to 10 minutes before I talk to you. I want to know that you actually want to hang out here. So yeah, that's why I put the timer on. Anyways, so with this, looking at this chart right now, it's just, if you turn around tomorrow, that's going to be a big time problem. You have not put in a higher low. All you did was go straight up as like a V-shaped recovery. This is reminding me a lot of Aave right now, where I would be looking for a pullback. You could get a 50% pullback, but you also could go much deeper. Since it's a stock, I would guess it's just a 50% retrace, and more than likely you come back down to support. Formal backtest on 36.51 makes sense to me. We're going to see what ends up happening, though. Anybody who bought in here and it fell down, I could imagine them taking profit like, oh, at least I broke even, and letting it fall down to 36.51. So this one, I could imagine it coming down a little bit, just 15%, no big deal. All we need is a bad jobs report. This thing's falling. This thing's falling. MSTR and coin. Yeah, I got you. Line graph looks roughly roundly for Palantir. Probably gonna dump before or on open. That's what I would just called. What are we doing here, Jim? What are we doing here? What? I didn't realize you wanted coin, not Connell. Coin. I got you covered, fast trades. We're gonna get there, I promise. I promise. We are 2 away from my list being done. Then I can get to all your requests. I got you covered. Got you covered, man. All right, next up we have Amazon. So we've been looking at Amazon a lot because Grok has been telling us to. Amazon is broken out. It is formally backtesting and is maintaining higher lows. Your daily looks great. Honestly, outside of the death cross, it looks great. That death cross is really shitty. But outside of that, it looks good. It looks pretty good. Checking out the weekly time frame here. Not the 3-day, because I don't even pay attention to that. Checking out the weekly time frame here. We are in the moving averages, but Cypher B is telling you to buy. I'm looking at overnight chart. Lost steam after 120. Good. They need to chill out. Anyways, right now for Amazon, I'm thinking we could see it move all the way up to 297. Maybe they get an extension on their Starlink competitor, but you know what? I think we could be good. The only problem with that, this is the weekly time frame, and our uptrend is shitty. Our uptrend is dog crap. This uptrend is so bad. To get 58%, you might find yourself into, I don't know, 2050. Like, this is insane. So we will see what happens. But another thing to worry about is the fact that you did have this longer term uptrend that you kind of, oh wait, you're holding it. Oh shit. Are you holding it? Damn, that's crazy. I didn't expect that. Thanks. Just didn't want you to cover the leveraged MSTX and that. Oh, gotcha. Better charts on those? Got it. Amazon reports May 1st. Oh, okay, Michael. That makes more sense. So they report on the 1st, which is tomorrow. They report tomorrow. Do you guys actually think Amazon is going to lose some money? I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to be just fine. But hey, who knows? Either way, for this trade, the 58% upside, if it maintains its uptrend, we're looking for July of 2027? God. That's so long. Oh my god. That is so far away. Holy crap. That's absolute insanity. I need to get used to these time frames for stocks. Looking at your 4 hour, this thing should pan out within a week. But 205. Jesus. A week? What's the percentage? 11%. 11%. I have this problem. I think I'm only going to be able to do like 5 trades a year in stock market. What is this? It's going to take forever. Damn. This is a 4 hour time frame. You're set for 11.68%. Jeez. I haven't noticed any impact on Amazon prices on their products during these tariffs. Well, that's because they already have their products here. You gotta understand, anything that you order from Amazon, that thing's been moving around the world for the past 6 to 8 months. Like, it's been here. It's in warehouses here. We won't see any effect of that until, like, late June, early July. That's when we really see it. Alright, moving on from Amazon. Last one, Microsoft. Microsoft looking interesting to me. You broke out of your recent downtrend. Would not surprise me to get a move up to your overhead supply line there. True. It's a fulfillment center. Exactly. So they filled up all their fulfillment centers year round. They constantly fill them up. And with that, it turns into, oh, so they always have product. Great. Awesome. All right, so this one, jeez, your next leg up, you could find yourself getting up to 424 for Microsoft, but I'm very unimpressed with Microsoft right now. Very unimpressed. 8.54% is what I'd be looking for, simply because you got a higher low. Higher low, but I'd still be looking for those lower highs. And then we'll see if it can break out of it or not. But you are above a level that was acting as support on the daily. So as long as you can stay above that 389, fantastic. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself back down to 345 real fast. Real fast. Court is a stock. Is a biocomputer. They figured out how to keep human stem cells alive. Wow, that's crazy. Combined with computer chip, still fucking crazy. You have fed it and dispose of it waste. The tech is new. That's crazy. That sounds scientific. Like, that should be in Black Mirror. That sounds scary. Have I looked into Mara? No, I have not. We can check out the chart if you like. Mara. Alright, let's get into these requests. We're going to start off with USDT.D for Damien. So, Damien, I got you covered, brother. We are checking. Wow, we've been falling so much, but why does that look so good for upside potential? Maybe because you have hidden bullish divergence? Are we for real? God damn it. Didn't even touch support? The last time I looked at miners, they were selling shares to buy Bitcoin instead of mining it. Wow. Wow. That sounds ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Alright, is this a 50% retrace? Is it? Because I feel like it is. It's a 50% retrace on the money. Damn. Let's check out your daily. God damn it. It looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily? That's a joke. Son of a bitch. Let's 2x likes boys and maybe one girl. We have a girl in here? That would be surprising. We never get girls in here. So, if this is real, the USDT dominance might go skyrocketing, which would really suck. 50%? No, that would be awful. Tell me there's some hidden bearish divergence or something. This is some bullshit. I don't want that. God damn, lower high. Let's go, baby. All right, we got a lower high. That makes me happy. That brings me joy. that brings me joy. We got to check out these higher time frames, guys. Check out these higher time frames. This looks like a bearish backtest on the 2. Double bottom. Damn. Damn. Damn, that sucks. Alright, anyways. Double bottom on the weekly, I'm not a fan of. I'm really not a fan of that. I think the mining difficulty is so high, we're going to see some changes in the near future. Proof of transaction gets closer every day. That's fair. I'd like to request the VIX monthly and weekly time frame. Alright, VIX. We will check that out next. Also, to all the new people in here, just so you know how this stream works, I do get to all of your requests, but understand, if you are a member of the channel, I do put you in a priority. I have 3 different memberships. Noted, the memberships aren't crazy. 5, I think it's like $7 and $10. It's not a big deal. Hopefully, I can give you enough insight into the chart. You can make that money back quickly. Also, outside of that, if you want to jump the line, donations work great. If you happen to be a girl, you can jump the line because my viewership is 0.05 girl, 0.05% women. It's a joke. So if you happen to be a girl, hey, fucking request your shit. And I'll let you get out of here quickly. Other than that, guys, I do keep it all in a queue. Also, members only chat nights are Tuesdays and Thursdays. That is my way of saying thank you to all of the members for helping support the channel financially. Also, I do have a free Discord where I do post trade setups and you can ask for requests and all that other stuff. So go check out the Discord. Links are in the description. Do all that stuff. It follows the crypto cycles, I think, has big potential to get exposure in the stock market as BTC rises. All right, I see you. They focus on mining BTC. I mean, that's what they claim. What are the implications of being 0.05% female? Whoa. I don't know if you remember, but we got a new president. There's only 2 genders. All right, anyways. Looking at this right here. So, right now, right this moment, this second, I hate to say it, but we could see USDT dominance go up like crazy. Anywhere between 36 and 52% if this actually happens. Which that means we're looking for a major sell-off, which I would hate. But we'll see what happens. Noted. If we manage to get a little bit lower, we clear this low, now we have bearish things to look at. Betty bought a bit of butter. But I'm not reading the rest of that. Alright. The USDT of the chart is looking insanely strong since it tracks both. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it being strong. I like it being weak. I know I'm calling for a pullback, but damn. That means money is planning on leaving the crypto instead of just cycling into other things. That's a problem. Now, moving on from this, we have VIX. So the VIX, we're going to check it out on the first one that I see. Going out to the monthly. Internet money. Yeah, what is USDT? Michael, yeah, exactly. It's internet money. It is a stable coin that is backed by the hopes and dreams that they actually are backed by something. That's really what it is. USDC is backed a lot by US treasuries, I believe, as well as other things that are liquid money. So there's that. Anyways, on your monthly, man, the volatility really came down, didn't it? That's amazing. But it is trending to the upside, and that is what we don't want to see. I shouldn't put levels like that. I should be putting trends. So here's your monthly trend. We're going up, not down. I think Rich identifies as woman. Does that count? No, he's a member, so it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, Magic Internet Money. No, see, that's a crypto. Magic Internet Money was actually a great investment. It was fantastic. Looks like VIX is resetting and getting ready to go again. Oh no. Oh no. You have a trend right here. Oh no. What's gonna happen? VIX is coinciding with USDT on higher time frames. It's weird. It's really weird. Virtual, a protocol has been on a tear last weeks. These altcoins are looking juicy. Yeah, we already looked at that one earlier today, and I think it's due for a massive pullback because you are about to hit overhead resistance with quadruple bearish divergence on the 4-hour. So watch out with virtuals. It's why I'm mostly in hedges right now. Makes sense. Makes sense. See, I think reading a chart really helps out your mental state when it comes to all this stuff. Anyways, moving on from here, we have Total 3. Total 3. So for those of you in the stock world, if you don't know what Total 3 is, this is all of the altcoins, excluding, so not including Ethereum. And this usually gives a lot of people an indicator of, is it alt season yet? No, it's not. Actually, if you look at the weekly time frame, we're hitting overhead resistance and finding a lot of resistance there. Let's check out your daily real quick. Daily, not looking bad. The problem I have with this is the fact that you have a high right here, a lower high, double cross to the downside, but this relative strength, good God, that doesn't look bullish to me. It looks kind of bearish, looking like we're getting ready for another leg down. I'm not appreciative of that at all. If Powell throws us a bone, it'll start to get less macro bearish. That's true. That's very true. But the only 2 times we've had ribbon flips on the VIX were 08 and 2020. All right, interesting. And we're getting a flip right now, so that's a problem. Oh, I'm not worried about the summer. More concerned with the volatility reaching recession highs. I mean, to try and not be in a recession or say we're not in a recession, that's obnoxious. We just need another quarter of bad GDP, and now we have an administration that won't gaslight us into talking about, well, it's not a recession because we changed the meaning. Oh, excuse me? What? Anyways, for Total 3, it looks like we fell below a level of resistance. We hit it once. We're hitting it twice as resistance. And now our daily stochastic wants to reset. Would make a lot of sense to come down and touch 637 billion. Just would make a lot of sense. I don't know what else to say. We don't have bullish divergence. We don't have a higher low. Nothing's looking really positive about Total 3 to me. All right, moving on from here. Maneki. So checking out Maneki. Great pumps. As soon as you saw that lower high on the daily, you knew it was over. You knew. AST and DGen. All right. AST and DGen have been written in. I don't like looking at Total 3. It makes me sad, right? Michael Scott, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. I look forward to hearing from you as soon as your 5 minutes is up. I do look forward to hearing from you. The 20 monthly ribbon flip. Sorry, got it. The 2022 bear market wasn't nearly as bad as historic comparisons. That's fair. Well, considering that all this market manipulation, it may just feel like an artificial recession in the short term. I don't know about artificial. I think we've been in a recession for like 2 years, and we've been 3 years, and we've been gaslit into thinking, oh, it's not that bad. I know what the hard data says, but also I know normal people. I'm not disconnected from reality to think, oh yeah, it's totally way better than it looks. Nah, I'm not in that world. Checking out your weekly time frame. These are terrible weekly candles. You ended up hitting a nice little resistance here. Yeah, nice resistance. Now you're trying to confirm your lows. So Maneki, I wouldn't touch this thing anytime soon. I would wait for it to actually hit this low again or make a higher low, peak up, then hit another higher low. You got some time to think about what you've done with Maneki, and also don't expect any all-time highs in any type of near future, because this is your downtrend right now. This is your life consolidation. So Maneki, I just put it in the back of your thoughts. Say a prayer for it until March of 2027. Jeez. We'll see how it does, but I just I don't think this is one for you. I don't think it's one for you. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, 4 hours falling. 4 hours falling. Your stochastic is telling a great story of how you have bullishness while the price action just keeps on falling. Ugh. Yeah, I'll probably see you back down at 982. Good luck. Good luck. Well, could also last a full year like '08 would suck. That's fair. The market is so overweight. Now compared to '08, a 58% drop this time around the world would be economic Armageddon. I mean, Armageddon, that's a big word. I don't know about Armageddon. Let's check out Pfizer. So checking out Pfizer. Let's go out to our weekly here and let's see what Pfizer's doing. You are in the abyss. You are, oh, wait a minute. Let's go to the monthly. Well. The monthly has reset with hidden bullish divergence. Pfizer looks ready to try and do something. That's weird. That's really weird, because I personally think this company can burn. But anyways, I guess people are investing in it. I guess they're investing in it. Sheesh. Oh, 58% from here. Oh boy, I'd start buying toilet paper and bottled water. That's pretty funny. I would buy ammunition. That's what I'd buy. I agree. I just feel like maybe we see a short resurgence if Powell cuts. The following years would be the dominoes that fall and show the market's true colors. No, I think if Powell starts cutting aggressively right now, we will avoid any of the really deep, dark things. Because it would allow these companies to start growing. And if the companies can grow, these tariffs won't be nearly as bad. I'd start buying consumer staples real quick if we start seeing some real bearishness. Yeah, I'd still buy more ammunition. That's crazy. We should do a poll. You guys think Powell will cut on the 12th or 13th? I don't think he's going to cut. He should. Noted. There's a big difference between what I think he should do and I think what he will do. So, he should cut. I don't think he will. Because he's going to say some random bullshit about, but the data's not that bad. What the fuck you mean? That's a big empty gap. What? That's crazy. So you kind of knew it was just going to fall. Like, holy crap. Dude, I loaded up on hella 223, 9mm, and 5.56. Hey, the 5.56 where it's at, bro. Speaking of ammo, can you reference gun stocks? I can look at all stocks. It doesn't matter. Just request it. I got you. If RK Jr. bans drug company chemicals, I would think their stocks would fall. That's a fair point. I would like rate cuts for the economy, but I don't want it for a bailout of horrible economic plan. That's why you don't want the extreme money printing. So that makes sense. All right, going into the weekly now. Your weekly doesn't look that bad. It looks like you're trying to find a bottom down here for Pfizer. As long as you stay above $20.10, you're good. You're good. You could really start to make an argument that bullish divergence is forming. You need a higher low. That's what you really need. You need a higher low. So Pfizer right now, it is in the motions of trying to make this. You are currently making this, which is great because now you can argue a 618 golden retrace could happen. So Pfizer could see it going back up to 41.93. How long it'll take, no idea because you've not put in a higher low yet. But this is the target, 73% upside for Pfizer. Looks pretty good. It's spot. PFE report before the market on Tuesday that crush earnings with profit of 92 cents was 26 more than, okay. was looking for 64. Interesting. So they had good earnings and they sold off. There must be something outside of that. Minimum 50 basis points for their cuts. They should. I would. Okay, cool. It's Spot. What's up, James? How you doing? At Town Hall tonight, they talk on TV tonight. Which Trump talk over the phone? The country's going to pay. Fuck, I don't want Trump to talk tonight. Shit. That would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. I need Trump to not talk and let the markets burn. I mean, do what they're going to do. Burn. All right. Anyways, moving on from this one, we're going to go into MSTR. Micro Strategy, aka Strategy, aka way too bullish for Bitcoin for its own good. Anyways, we had this thing marked out for a while, still looking for this 96% to play out on the falling wedge breakout, and we are still looking for that 160% move to the upside. I don't know why fast trades are going to give up on it as soon as it starts moving. The heck, man, you've been waiting this long. It's a stock. It moves at the rate of a tortoise. You got to give it time, brother. Got to give it time. Checking out your daily time frame. You're not even overbought. Not even overbought. Getting a pullback back down to 314 is very welcomed. Come back down, hold support, and now you got an uptrend. That would be very, very welcomed. This looks great. Looks absolutely great. I like this. He already talked, and he didn't stop and keep talking how he's going to make all the countries pay. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, so he fucked it up. Good. I like that. People capitulated on the double bottom, which is wild. That's right. That's right. People did capitulate on the double bottom, and it's like, brother, why would you do that? This thing could go crazy. I'm still looking at $811. Probably by the end of the year, if markets get better. Like, just keep that in mind. MicroStrategy is disgustingly great. And they just keep on buying Bitcoin like crazy. Somebody needs to stop Michael Saylor. I mean, somebody needs to start buying, because holy crap. Anyways, moving on from this, we have Coin. So Coinbase should be doing all right. Oh, God. I guess I was wrong. This looks so bad. Let's clean up this chart. Let's go out to the weekly real quick. Yeah, let's clean up the chart. Looks terrible. Looks like vomit all over my screen. All right. So Coin. Let's see what we got here. You are underneath. Ooh, and you put in a lower low? Or is that a double bottom? Double bottom! I wasn't expecting a double bottom, but all right. You had a support here that you fell below twice, but it acted as great support. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So double bottom achieved. Looking for a higher low. This looks great. Most bullish coin for the night. And do you think BTC go up tomorrow or Friday? I'm looking for a pullback, DZ. I'm looking for a pullback up to 10%. I do think the market's ready to pull back now that we're in a brand new month. Maybe they decide to prop things up till the end of the week for that weekly candle, but I could see a nice little pullback, and then maybe we rally through the weekend. Who knows? Is everyone risk on or in cash? I'm in futures, and I buy a lot of positions in the low prices that we have. So I buy based off technicals. I don't buy based off sentiment. So that's what I do. You sold your MSTR calls today. 50% profit. Looks like pullback incoming. What? Yeah, I can see a little pullback on an MSTR. But as long as you stay above that 315, looking good. Looking real good. Mostly hedges. Large amount of your money is moved into 30-day portfolio to make money, more money to play with. Things pull back or dump into the abyss. Nice. All right, guys. So right now with Coin, I like this. You popped up above resistance. You made a high, lower high. You reset to the downside, hitting support. You popped up higher high, came back down for support. This is a beautiful setup in my opinion, and it does set it up for a very nice move to the upside. which I would be conservative on this one for this low here. Could find yourself going up to 412 or 493. But you still need to break out. You still need to get higher lows. You need to do a lot of stuff and things. But over time, you could find yourself going up 143%. Maybe by the end of the year. Maybe the end of next year. We'll see. Sell in May and go away. But I don't think that phrase is still relevant. I think it's still relevant. Have you seen markets in like the summer months? It is choppy bullshit sideways. It is distinct that bots are running the show. It's ridiculous. Here are positions. Remaining are GFI and NKN. Nice. Spot. No futures. Fun right now. That's funny. I'm in a ton of futures. I like the futures and I buy a shit ton of spot. But since I think we're going to pull back, oh, you can bet your ass. I put my shorts on. I put a new tank top on. I got some sunglasses. I'm ready for this. Let's go. Anyways, that's what I see out of coin. Moving on, we got WIF. Do the summer months start in June? Usually it's like end of May, but technically speaking, the summer solstice is June 21st or 22nd. I don't know what it falls on this year. Alright, let's get rid of all of this stuff here for WIF. WIF looks like it's trying to trend reverse, which is nice. Which is very nice. You had a beautiful downtrend. You have broken out of it. You have found a low. Going into your daily time frame, you have gotten overbought. That's a shame. You're going to have to reset. The amount of hidden bearish divergence right now is obscene. It is actually obscene. So there's a lot of work this thing has to do because of that. That's a problem. As soon as you reset your indicators here and you break above it, this will be good. But as of right now, getting a 50% retrace makes the most sense. Makes the most sense. So coming back down here, possibly 50 cents. Maybe you get a bit deeper, coming down to like 45.8. Makes sense. Let's check out your 4 hour. I'm guessing there's bearish divergence. Would you look at that? There's bearish divergence and a lower high. So there's that. And with a measured move down, let's go ahead and check that out. Ew. Could find yourself all the way down to 40 cents. Yeah, that's gross. That's a deep retrace. Holy shit. Would that be your 886? Hold on. That'd be your 786. So you're looking for a retrace all the way to the 786? Damn, brother. WIF might see a 37% drop to make a higher low, and then you could see more upside. We still bullish for May? Altcoin Academy. We are looking for bullish retracements. So, sort of. Yes and no. Yes and no. U.S. and Ukraine just signed a rare earth minerals deal critical to the product of electronics, clean energy, tech, and weapon systems. Steve, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that is probably why NVIDIA had such a decent day. It's doing very well. I think NVIDIA is one that you all should consider buying a little bit. I went to the beach in NorCal, and the beach was still cold AF. I'd say July warms up. That's so late. July? It usually warms up down here, like, in 3 weeks. When I was in college, I used to start hitting the beach May 20th. Yeah, that's usually when we'd start going. Can I look at gold? Cliff? Sure I can. Gold. Wait. What's gold's ticker? XAU. Golly. Couldn't remember gold's ticker. Jeez. Powell decides that alt. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you feel something warm and yellow in your head, it's Powell. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Alright, Cliff, I got you written down. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I got you, brother. I got you. But that's what I see out of WIF. I see a little bit of a pullback possibly coming. If it goes up, great. Sky's the limit. It's a meme coin. Sky's the limit. Enjoy. Anyways, Mara. Checking out Mara Holdings. NorCal has Indian summers. What? This bull run needs to hurry up. Yeah, it would be nice, right? Mara looks terrible. I don't know what else to tell you. It looks really bad. You have hidden bearish divergence right now. After breaking a level of support, Mara looks horrible. Holy crap. It's so bad. Crow? CAW? Crow with knife. Alright, Eric, I got you. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Sorry, $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you. CAW. We will check that out next. Alright. Yeah, Mara, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Let's check out your daily. Really not a fan. Wow. That's shot. You're getting a sell signal on Cypher B right now. Ew. That's gross. Oh my god. We're looking for 59% downside. Jesus. Yeah, Mara, throw some puts in there, baby. You are lined up perfect for that. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got hella Indian, bro. Oh, okay. Alright. Here we are. Mara still looks like garbage. Miners starting to crack as we go higher. Lots of blocks have been giving 0 rewards to miners at these prices. Really? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's up, Nigel? How you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in, Nigel. How you doing? All right, so yeah, Mara, I see a lot of downside. 537 is a target. It does not look good. Does not look good. Hopefully it finds some bullishness soon. It doesn't look good. Anyways. Next up, AST. AST. Oh, wait. I take it back. CAW. Sorry. CAW. Crow with knife. Where are you at, Crow with knife? There you are. There you are. It doesn't... what? Maybe you're bottoming out. Looks kind of decent for that. There's bullish divergence. Strength increasing. Hey, we have an opportunity. A little bit of upside. But I wouldn't look for much. Would not look for much. Maybe you go up to overhead resistance. Just maybe. Your daily time frame says maybe 41% upside. Check it out, the 4 hour. 4 hours telling you to buy right now. And you do have a higher low. Let's see how low you got. Hit that 50 and you started popping up. Not bad. Donna Sanchez commented on my TikTok. Wow. Hey guys, also, if you can do me a huge favor, TikTok. I need some follows, guys. I need some follows on TikTok. If I can go live on TikTok by the end of next month, that will be absolutely amazing. I'll be the happiest girl in the pageant. Okay? That'd be great. Crow and I picked up a small bag last month as a lotto ticket, hoping it moons like last April. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But right now, I could definitely see a 41% move to the upside. Getting a stop loss right below this recent low here at 1908 would probably benefit you pretty well. It looks good. It looks pretty good. Let's see if the buyers step in. Let's see. All right, next up we have AST. AST. Okay. This thing's moving. Moving and grooving. No bearish divergence. Just a double top. Oh. Well then. Let's go to our weekly. Coming out of the abyss. Did not put in a higher low. Disappointment. Disappointment. Well, you held support, though. That's great. Oh, you did put it in a higher low. That's a nice wick. I didn't even notice that. All right, that's good. That's good. You have another level, and I believe you're right above, too, that could act as support. This is great. You have opportunity at this point because you backtested a lot of things. Oh, gross. The unfortunate reality here, you do have overhead resistance. Golly gee willikers. fuck was that? Alrighty. Huh. Got a bug on me or something. I don't like that. Now, get this. Oversold right there. High or low, shut up. Okay, got it. So, sad news. AST, maybe you just go up and test this. You get another 48% move to the upside. Porky, isn't 1K followers on TikTok to go live? Yes, it is. And then I need 10K in order to get monetized for my videos. But I'm just looking for the 1K. And currently on TikTok, I have 322 for my trading TikTok. That's what I need. Trading TikTok, not the one where I talk about like mass amounts of shit. Not that one. Maybe I should drop a link of my TikTok real quick. Just maybe. This one works. Copy. So yeah, if you all could do me a huge favor, go check out my TikTok. If you have TikTok, that would be fantastic. Go check out my TikTok. Anyways, how about we get to 30 likes first? That would be nice too. 30 likes would be really, really pleasant. All right, so AST right now, on your best day, I could see this thing going up 48%, but you do have that supply line you're going to have to fight against. Your 4 hours not looking fantastic for you. You ended up putting in a high, double top, and this looks like a lower high. So with a high stochastic on the 4 hour, I would think that it wants to reset it. So here's your bearish case scenario where you go 100% retrace. That's unfortunate. But give it time, you could see this 67% to the downside, which would be not ideal. Not ideal. So there's your bullish and bearish case for AST. Kind of have to wait and see what it does. Checking out DGen. All right, DGen here. This is not the chart we normally look at. Okay, this one is. DGen doing a good job holding on to support. This one is interesting to me because I don't know if you need to retrace a little bit further or not. You have a 50% retrace sitting right down here at 2642. Middle name anxiety. Thank you so much for the follow over there on Twitch. How you doing? Welcome in. I know that there's a timer before you can start talking. Hopefully I hear from you soon. What about HLF and Jack? We can check those out, Michael, no problem. So, bullish case scenario, maybe you do go up massively, you find overhead resistance, 7222, all that wonderful nonsense. But are these stocks that you're looking at, Michael, this is a crypto. This is a crypto. Tia, so I got you. We'll check out Tia. Got you covered. All right. So this could be a 50% retrace, but if you manage to get that 50% retrace and hold it, well, you could find yourself going up 71%. So this would be great. This would be awesome. This would be ideal. I don't know if that's going to happen for you, though. Screw it. I'm doing it. I'm taking out yet another 2x long and like button. Don't let me lose chat. Guys, if you could smash up the like button, that would be great. Just give it a little taparoo, little taparooski. That'd be fantastic. All right. Anyways, looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour's not doing you any favors. This thing does look like it wants to take a little mosey downtown. Considering you are putting in a lower high than this high, I would be looking for this movement right here, where you could see DGen get a little deeper than that 50% retrace. Could go anywhere between the 50%, which is 9% downside, or 13% downside. I think that's coming for DGen, but we'll see what happens overnight. We will see. However, I still think there's going to be a pullback on Bitcoin, so good luck to DGen. Good luck out there. I only look at stocks and these coins over my head. TA is all the same. It is a chart, so the chart will do whatever it does. Just crypto, it moves faster and much more percentage. Your stop is my entry. I already use it. I listen from the beginning. Thanks for TA. Marco, I appreciate you listening, and no problem. Honestly, I'm thinking about making some merch. I think it would be a good little t-shirt or a hat. Sorry, I wanted Tarsia. Tia. Thanks in advance. Alright, I got you. Also NQ. James, I got you on NQ, but what do you mean also? Did you request something else that I didn't see? We'll check out NQ for you. We'll check it out next, actually. Then we're going to look at gold. Anyways, next up, NQ. So the mini NASDAQ futures. So we were calling for a 13% rise out of the mini NASDAQ futures. It's been moving. Still looking for 21,235. It's going. Spotify. All right, Spotify. Thanks for asking, bro. No problem, James. I just didn't know if you asked for something different. I know how your requests get somehow censored. So, anyways, yeah. So this one we looked at it the other day. Thanks to Nanya. Nanya was in here, asked for this when he also asked for gold, and I was calling for gold to have a pullback. So he told me to look at this, and I was like, "That's weird. Looks like it can go up 13%." Here we are. We've made half the move so far. Made my friend $200 in SPY shorts yesterday. Wow, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But yeah, the NASDAQ, moving on up. What is NQ? And notice people look at NQ and never knew what NQ stood for. It's NASDAQ 100E mini futures. So it's the mini futures of the NASDAQ. It's just the futures contract. Do you think NQ will retrace down like BTC? Yeah, I still think it could retrace, especially with what is this, your 4 hour? 4 hour. You need to clear this high. If you don't clear this high and your relative strength is already in that overbought territory, that's hidden bearish divergence. You don't want that. You really don't want that. So if you end up stopping at 20,209 or even right where you're at right now, it's going to be really bad. It's going to be really bad. So you really want it to go up a lot higher. I'm not worried about hidden bearish divergence at the moment. I am more worried about this 200 daily moving average sitting right here at 20,341. That's what you need to be worried on. You're in ES puts? Interesting. What's the best index fund for the future? I don't know. I'm just now dipping my toes into the futures for stocks, so I don't have a clue. I always say the NASDAQ's the best because it moves the most. I like the NASDAQ because I'm always risk on. Always risk on. But then again, if I find a profit-taking level, I just start leverage trading to the downside. I could care less. So, I'm a little different. Alright, moving on from this. You wanted... What the hell is that you wanted? Spotify. Spot. Okay. Spotify did not make the 18% downside move. It actually went up higher than expected and then pulled back. But looks really good now on the daily. Holding support extremely well at $496. That's great. No bearish divergence. You're starting to get a resurgence to the upside. That's crazy. After a technical double bottom. Wow. So Spotify, what you're expecting is to hit $706? Why? Why? What does Spotify even do outside of podcasts and music? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. Got filled right at Future Open today. I bought at 545. Sweet. Yeah. Let's check the 4 hour. Let's see what could happen at open. It looks solid. It looks so solid. Based off your 4 hour time frame, this looks gorgeous. It lines up perfectly with $718. Wow. Could see a 17% move to the upside. That's insane. Cypher B giving you that buy signal too. That's insane. That's actually crazy. All right, moving on from there, we have gold. So checking out gold has been pulling back. Still in the pullback. I'm surprised. But if we do start getting more bad data, I think gold has another little move to the upside it could take. But this thing went absolutely nuclear. Looking for a 50% retrace makes the most sense. As of right now, we still have put in no lower highs, so we're not even looking for a sustained downtrend. That's crazy. I think HLF report earnings on the 30th. Today's the 30th. Looks like beat on earnings, 59, looking for 40. I think that Revs didn't beat. Well, from what I heard, don't trade futures on earnings days, so I'm going to have to learn these new rules of engagement. Gold, I can see it coming down another 6.5%, so stock market, rejoice. Gold could be coming down just a little bit further, but you could be catching some bids off 3,132 also. That's 618 retracement. If it's bullish enough, it could hold. So anywhere between 3 to 6% more downside could happen. And if it starts rallying again, getting this thing kicking off, you do have bearish divergence, triple bearish divergence. I would be looking for a lower high and then a sustained downtrend and finding support somewhere probably, I would say maybe down here at 2,853, but we're going to have to wait and see. But as of right now, getting a nice little pullback, looking fine, no big deal. Based off this lower move right here, you've already made your pullback. It could rally from here. So keep that in mind, but if it does rally from here, 3,653 or 3,842 would be your targets. I personally just don't think that's going to happen at the moment. However, if we have really bad jobs numbers, enjoy the gold rally because it's going to keep on going. Unless Jerome Powell makes some emergency cuts or some shit, which he won't, because the FOMC meeting is what, 2 weeks away? Yeah, he won't do a damn thing. He'll just wait till the FOMC meeting. Let the market suffer. Anyways, moving on from here, we have HLF. Herbalife. Go figure. Herbalife. Wow, I haven't heard about Herbalife in years. It's not dead yet? That's crazy. Oh, man. I don't even care what you did on earnings. This looks awful. Yeah, it looks like you're bottoming out, but man, you haven't seen prices this low since 06. Since I was playing JV/varsity football. You haven't seen prices this low since then. That's crazy. Herbalife is a scam. To an extent. It's just a protein supplement. That's all it is. Is it the best protein supplement out there? No. Is it better than like GNC? Of course it is. Because GNC is hot garbage. It doesn't matter. But the way they marketed it as, oh, this is your end-all be-all. Become the fit you that you know you can be. Yeah, they're full of shit. They're selling a product. But I can give it its merit. There are a lot of trainers out there. They needed the boost. They really did. Especially in the old days. They needed it. So, it's fine. I never sold it. I got offered to sell it a lot. I just never did. I'm not a big fan of it. Massive bullish divergence. Holy shit. On the weekly, massive bullish divergence. And now you're putting in a higher low after getting a higher high. Trend reversal in the beginnings of motion. So this is nice. This is nice. So there you go. There's your uptrend. And you do have a measured move for your next leg up. Noted, I'm on the weekly time frame. This could take months to years. God, my nose itches. All right, months to years, but this thing could go up 61 to possibly 75% upside. It does not look bad. Roids are best subs that work. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Straight up pyramid scheme, just like World Financial Group. That's pretty funny. You know, the amount of multi-level marketing schemes that were out there while I was like in my early 20s was shocking. I was like, does everybody use the same model? What the hell is this? Oh, it was crazy. And nowadays, it's affiliate marketing. Same thing, different title. No big deal. But yeah, no, this looks actually really good for that 75% move to the upside. Just give it a lot of time to get there. Give it a lot of time to get there. I mean, it could take you all the way out until May of next year to get there. That's dumb. That's dumb. All right, Jack. Jack in a Box. All right. If we go into a recession, Jack in a Box is going to skyrocket. I don't know why people that don't have money love feel-good food, but that's what they do. They're like, oh, this food's going to kill me slowly, but it makes me feel good. So then they eat it. It's really bad for you. You know, the selling door-to-door stuff when we were in elementary school was a scheme too. Yeah, I do know that. I mean, I worked extremely hard to get a fucking watch. Like, unreal. Looks like HLF made 59 cents over 40, but you may like to look to make sure I'm correct. I don't look at their earnings. No matter what their earnings are, give it a week, it blows over. Technicals start to take over. I've noticed that nonstop. Technicals end up taking over because Wall Street's too busy or they're too lazy to do anything else but let the bots do the work. So I don't pay attention too much to their earnings to be like, oh yeah, the bots are going to take over anyways, so let me just pay attention to technicals. We're good. But who knows? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe not. Well, I think this is the place to buy Jack in the Box. I think this is the place. I don't know what Jack in the Box did to fall this harshly, but I think it's the time to buy into some Jack in the Box. You're almost oversold on the weekly. I think it might be time. You won't hit all-time highs anytime soon, but you know what? Your weekly definitely oversold. I was on the monthly chart. Jeez. Yeah. You accumulate in this range down here. So then, once it breaks out, you can take profits at 61.98. Nice. I'm for it. Whoa. It's 124 or 42%. Shit. 138%. Hey, Porky. You have a kid in school. Do they still have kids do Pledge of Allegiance? I have no idea, actually. I need to ask. I need to ask my nephew. I don't know. Can I look at T? All right, James. All right. Think Jack miss? AT&T? Is that what T is? It's AT&T? Sure, James. Sure. All right, T. It is AT&T. All right. AT&T. Why it's going up like this, I will never know. Do people even use AT&T anymore? I guess sometimes. But I feel like T-Mobile should be eating its lunch. T has been beating? It's crazy. Well, because we had a family plan since 90s? That's pretty funny. I don't know. I'm on Verizon. I'm starting to think we should switch to Helium Mobile, if I'm being honest. Oh. Well, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is you made a great move to the upside. Bad news, get a retracement in here because you're overbought on the monthly. That's a shame. That is a shame. Checking out your weekly. Bearish divergence is achieved. Damn. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see how low you can go from here because you are at resistance. I would expect a pullback. They look the same? Dang. So coming down anywhere between 23 and 29% makes the most sense to me. Grab a higher low, maybe bullishly backtest your weekly 200 average. We're good. Do that. If you don't do that, I don't really care. You can blast off all you want. I think you're coming down. Let's check out your daily. Your daily bearish divergence. It looks like it's going for its lower high now. So with that lower high, you can get a measured move to the downside. You'd be looking for 2276. A 17.94% move to the downside could be coming. Okay, Aave, you're pissing me off. Not falling like a POS. Makes no sense. All right. Last one of the night, Tia. So they ended up saying which Tia it was, and I forgot. Tersay. The fuck? I don't know what you're asking for. So, are you still here? I don't know what you're asking for. Wait, did I spell it wrong? No, I didn't. What is it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So, if you're still here, you gotta help me out, brother. Anyways, let's take a look at my trade and how I'm still burning. Like, what the hell is this? We got a new 4-hour candle and it's still going up? Making no sense. No sense. What the fuck? Supposed to be pulling back, not doing it. Not doing it. It's a shame. I need some more bearish div. This thing's looking to go stop me out tonight. This is unreal movement out of Aave. It's like the most bullish thing in the market. It's crazy. Checking out the 1 hour time frame. That stochastic's got to reset sometime, right? Guess not. It'll just stay up there till it stops me out. It's ruining my stats, man. For those of you who are wondering what I mean by my stats, it's this right here. Number 1, baby. Number 1, baby. But yeah, stats are slowly getting ruined. I'm short with you too, Porky. Yeah, I'm short on Aave. It's just, golly. It doesn't want to come down. All I need is for it not to break this recent high, and I'm good. I mean, you're already putting in hidden bearish divergence. It's fine. Number 1, stunner. It's funny. And you're fine. I just needed to come down. Make a higher low than this move. I'm good. I'll be in profit. I'll get out. It's fine. Aave is FTX manipulated? It might be. Last look at BTC before you leave. We will check out BTC right now. So BTC on the 1 hour after a fresh new 4-hour candle. It is looking to still be in its consolidation. It's just in its consolidation, making the world angry. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, your stochastic's pointing straight up. We got barely any movement off that. It is capable of rallying. Don't get me wrong. You're still above the 50 simple moving average. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit. But this thing, if it breaks out, you're going to see yourself more than likely pushing straight up to 102. 102K. I'm going to go nuts. And all the shorts are probably going to get liquidated at the same time. Across the board. So that'll create a beautiful little short squeeze. Because if you look at this liquidation heat map, there is a ton of liquidity overhead. There is a ton. If I start calling out these numbers, just listen to this for the weekly liquidation heat map. 112 million, 164 million, 114 million, 230 million, 124 million, 281 million, 369 million, 314 million, 252 million, 259 million, 213 million, 119 million, 222 million. Like, There's so much money overhead. I think the bots are just trying to steal liquidity at this point. Like, it's absolutely insane. Insane. Shit, we might really might fall. Oh, fall BTC by set. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Are you longing any coins? No, I'm shorting. I'm shorting Aave and I'm shorting Ape. But I'm probably going to get out of them before I go to bed and take an L. Cass looking good before Crescendo release on Monday. What? May bounce off the 490. I don't know what CDE is. Let's check out Cass real quick. I know Cass was moving pretty well yesterday. Moving up, pulled back harshly, huh? But yeah, Cass, you had this uptrend. You're bearishly backtesting it right now. Maybe you break to the upside because you got pretty close to that 50% retrace. Nice deep retrace. You could break to the upside and go find yourself at 14 cents. However, you could also come down a little bit. Yeah, this one's kind of iffy. This one's kind of iffy. I'm not a big fan of this. Looking at the 1 hour, that 1 hour stochastic being high, I would never open a long tonight. I would wait for the morning just to see where price action is. I would expect a pullback overnight. Is getting 10 BPS upgrade? That's cool. Upgrades are nice. If Bitcoin pulls back, it's not going to matter. It is just not going to matter. So, noted, I hold Cass. I hold a decent amount of Cass. I know I'm not as much as those Cass maxis out there, but you're currently breaking out of your downtrend. So there is an argument for a lot more upside. The problem I have is you cleared out all of your lows and you have not put in a higher low yet after this pullback. So I'd be waiting for a higher low. The higher low is going to be extremely important. My biggest holding? AVAX? No. I think my biggest holding technically would be Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's my biggest holding. And I think right behind it is like Solana or something. Because Solana, I just happened to get into it so early and I bought a lot of it. So, I think Solana might be the second biggest. Alrighty. What was that other thing you asked for? CDE. CDE. Something Mining Inc. I don't like this chart. A rounded top never makes me feel good. I don't like rounded tops. Check out your weekly. I really don't like this chart. Hidden bearish divergence. Sheesh. On the weekly. I don't like this chart. Let's hope you put in a higher low. We'll just hope you do that. I think you might have already done it, but a nice deep retrace, 786, 618, that would be really appreciated because then you know that you're in a brand new uptrend and you can make plans based off that. So maybe you see another 23% downside out of this thing. And if you do that, I believe that would maintain your new uptrend that you're trying to hold, which would be this right here. There you go. So if you can come straight straight down, give it a little taparoo, you know this is in play and you have a new uptrend. With that new uptrend, you could then argue the upside target of possibly going up to 1131. So let it come down just a little bit. Once you're done coming down, putting in that nice higher low, holding support, then you can argue the upside. And that upside target would be something like this. 162% upside. I would like that playing out. But noted, I'm not the one making the market. So there's that. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get on out of here. I will be back tomorrow for the members only chat. If you are not a member, it's okay. You're still going to be able to watch the stream. I do bring in a list of tokens that I think you guys should probably keep on your radar. Maybe they're trade setups that are ready for that evening. But let's go ahead and see what happens in these markets overnight. I will see you tomorrow. If you're not a part of the Discord, link in the description, or if you're on Twitch, in the panels below. Join the Discord. It's absolutely free. You can request charts when I'm not live, and also drop your favorite memes in there. It's a great place to be. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a great night. Also, as soon as you left last night, we got a second place finish in duos. That's what's up, Rich. Get closer to those dubs. Get a dub, man. But alright, guys, I'm going to head on out of here. Deuces, everybody. Much love. Keep those stop losses tight. I'll catch you later. What about CDE? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Wait, hold on. Michael, did you not see what I did for CDE? Did you not see what I said about it? CDE. I was mentioning. CDE, I was mentioning right here. You want to see a little bit more downside, and then you could possibly see a big move to the upside. All right, Porky, thanks as always. No problem, James. No problem, Michael. But yeah, got you guys covered. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Sleep well. Bitcoin's going up right now, so good luck. Good luck to everyone, and good luck to my trade, because probably about to lose my crown, which sucks. But oh well. Is what it is. That's trading. You playing tonight? No. No, I'm not. I'm just going to watch some videos and go to bed. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to finish my beer. I'm going to go to bed. Maybe watch charts for a little bit before I fall asleep. That's about it. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Deuces, everybody. Deuces.